Nigeria, with just days before old Naira notes are no longer in circulation, lawmakers in Nigeria's Senate have asked for the policy to be extended until the end of July. There have been widespread reports of insufficient newly redesigned Naira notes ahead of the January 31st deadline to phase out old Naira notes, but the central bank has ruled out an extension. CGTN's Kelechi Mekalam reports.
The CBN should extend the use of the old notes by 6 months from January 31st to July 31st, 2023. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Nigerian lawmakers vote for an extension of the central bank's deadline for the use of the old Naira notes. This is coming barely 4 days before the old notes are finally phased out. But there are rising concerns about the difficulty in accessing the new ones.
And the concern would be that the notes are not available for exchange, so that might not be a feasible plan.
Trying to make us get the older note back to the banks and all of that, and yet you are not providing us with the new Naira notes, and it's not going to work.
Despite the resolution of lawmakers and frustration of citizens, the central bank isn't prepared to extend the January 31st deadline.
For us, 90 days, in fact, we feel it's 100 days is enough for anybody who has money or the old currency to deposit it, the money in the banks. And we took every measure to ensure that all the banks were open or remain still open to receive all old currencies.
Among other things, the central bank wants to mop up excess cash in circulation and push its cashless policy.
The central bank is deliberate because if you are mopping the excess liquidity in the economy, you don't have to release the new currency as soon as. The best way to do it is to recover all the mutilated and redesign the old note into the bank, then possibly now to push the required amount of liquidity into the economy. It is not expected that the CBN will automatically return the same number of old note into the economy.
There are limited banks in the rural communities across Nigeria where 70% of the nation's population reside. Stakeholders are pushing for the central bank to strengthen financial inclusion across rural areas. Kelechi Mekalam, CGTN Abuja, Nigeria.